Hello and how are you? My name is Rafes Zawaji and I welcome you to this edition of Drums of Change. Last week, Dr. Ikem Odumodu, DG, Standards Organization of Nigeria, was here and talked about the multifaceted efforts being made by the Standards Organization of Nigeria to eradicate the incidence of fake and substandard products in Nigeria. And Dr. Odumodu joins us again today, and this time, among other things, we talk about the importance of small and medium enterprises, considered as the backbone of any economy. Welcome back. In the past 1 year, Standards Organization of Nigeria has seized and burnt over 2 billion worth of fake and substandard products all over Nigeria. But even with such seizures, can we say that the Standards Organization of Nigeria is winning this war against fake and substandard products? Well, not quite. But the reform agenda that has been put into place by Dr. Joseph Ikem Odumodu, DG, Standards Organization of Nigeria, seems to have laid a solid foundation to achieve that goal in the nearest future. Over now to the Sun and Yo, as Dr. Joseph Ikem Odumodu joins us for the second time. All over the world, small and medium enterprises are considered to be the backbone of the economy because, among other things, they provide jobs for millions of people. However, here in Nigeria, the small and medium enterprises that plan to export their products to other countries must have ISO certification. Now, let's find out. What is the Standards Organization of Nigeria doing to assist small and medium enterprises that to acquire the ISO certification that will enable them export their products to other countries?
It's very wonderful. I mean, I must thank you for that question because it gives you an opportunity to also talk about what we're doing. I have talked about growing this economy. If you really want to grow this economy, and you know, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You look at successes that other people have achieved in Asia, in China, in South Korea, in Japan. What have they done? They have used, in India, they have used small and medium enterprises to grow their economies. And today, they are growing beyond 10%. Nigeria is growing at about, on average, about 7%. In Nigeria today, we have about 17.5 million SMEs. And clearly, it is accepted all over the world that these are the engine of growth for all these economies. So if we're able to ensure, imagine 17.5 million SMEs, small, 5 million turnover, 10 million turnover, for total staff enrollment, 4, 5, 6, 10. If we're able to ensure that each one of these SMEs employs just one person, it would drastically change the unemployment ratio in Nigeria. Imagine if the 17.5 million SMEs employ one person within the next 3 years. We would have removed over 17.5 million people from the job market. So what are we doing? What we're doing is we have started a process of collaborating with NASME, National Association of Small and Medium Enterprises, and then NASI, National Association of Small Scale Industrialists, and a lot of other small scale, including MAN, because MAN also has an SME segment. What we're doing is to create an SME certification scheme. They have complained that they cannot pay what the big companies can pay, and we do appreciate that. So what we've done is we have decided that in 2013 we would certify over 2,500 SMEs for free, at no cost. And what we're doing is to ensure that we work with them through their processes to ensure, especially with their packaging, because they have an issue with packaging, to ensure that they produce products that can meet international quality standards consistently. Because sometimes, if you don't have the right systems in place like they do, you produce today, it's okay. The next day, it's okay. The third day, it may have some questionable standards. So, but what we've done is to create a sustainability index so that over time they will be able to produce the right products. But you know, because it's a free activity we're delivering, we're only able to do up to 2,500 in a year. A big company would spend sometimes up to 1 million naira to certify itself to certain standards. Unfortunately, we cannot do it for all the SMEs, but at least we've started a process. And what we're looking at is start a process, select companies that will benchmark industries. For example, the pure water industry. We set up a system to ensure that people who are in pure water are able to do the right things, and they can, through their own internal mechanism, ensure that they do the right thing by ensuring that if there is a pure water group, SMEs, if one person gets certified, others would look at what that person is doing and copy. They also have what they call SROs. They have a self-regulatory organization in such a way that if you belong to that group, if you don't do the right thing, they would remove you from their group. So we are using the setting up of some of those independent sub-sectoral groups to ensure that when you join and you get the right certification, it must be escalated within the system. Those are some of the things we're doing. But I must say, it is something that is expensive and we have to bear the cost. And there are limitations because we are not adequately funded by government.
The transformational agenda of President Goodluck Jonathan is on course. The Vision 2020 framework is identified. And in 20 years, how will you like to be remembered at the Standards Organization of Nigeria?
It's like asking me to do my own self-assessment. I would rather wait for when it's all over. Let people determine if I made a difference. And that's the way I want to see it. I don't want to go, I won't tell you about things that I've done or what I want to plan to do. But one thing I must say is that for us to achieve 2020, we need a national quality policy. Incidentally, there is no national quality policy today in Nigeria. And that quality policy is about creating a national quality infrastructure which will ensure that when a product is tested in Nigeria, natural, that product is acceptable anywhere in the world. And I can tell you that we've started the ensuring that there's a Nigerian national accreditation system in place. It was never there before I came. We're just setting it up now. And when that system is fully operational, it will ensure that when a tuber of yam, when a bottle of water, whatever it is that is made in Nigeria, whether natural or manufactured, is sent to anywhere in the world, that product will be acceptable and that there will be a confidence amongst the consumers, wherever it is, that that product will meet international standards. I must say that when we get to that level, we can get credit that this process was initiated and consummated when Udumudu was DG of SON. So those are some of the things we have started. But like I said, there are lots of other things. We also can say that When I started this job, I did a baseline study, and I found out that on the average, over 80% of products in Nigeria, from electronics to electrical products like cables, to toys, to tires and others, we were able to establish that from that 80%, within 2 years, we have been able to reduce to less than 40%, in terms of the level of prevalence, or even construction equipment. So there are changes that are happening, but these changes should not be ephemeral. And I want to say, in the terms of, they should not be changes that should happen just because I am there. So we want to build an institution that would sustain over time the goals that we have set for ourselves. And what are these goals? One, to ensure that there's a verifiable reduction in the level and prevalence of substandard products in Nigeria. But in addition to that, that there's a comparative increase in the confidence and use of made in Nigeria products in Nigeria. And of course, to ensure that SON, as a government body, is seen as the most facilitative government agency in terms of ensuring that we support business to grow. The only way this economy can employ more people, ensure that we can reduce all the social factors that are